Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video, we're talking about the import-export, aka the vehicle cargo business. Now, something very rare has happened. The import-export business has been put on double cash money payouts. That's epic. That has rarely happened in the past. So I wanted to make a tutorial and guide, a money guide, and show you guys what to do to get started with this business if you have not already. Because the import-export business, this is quintessential GTA, and there's a lot of career progress tied to this as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. First things first, what you need to do is once you have a executive office set up, which a lot of you do, if not, you can get the Long Bank West executive office for free this week. Go ahead and log into your SecuroServe computer. And from here, you see you have special cargo, and special vehicle work. And today we're focusing on the vehicle cargo. So you'll click on that tile right there. You'll go to the vehicle warehouse map and you switch over to where it says all. And you'll see a list of or several different options to purchase a special vehicle cargo warehouse. Now the warehouses are pretty expensive. You can get one for as low as 1.5 million though. Go ahead and purchase that. You can customize the interior if you would like as well. And then once you got that taken care of, go ahead and make your way on over to your import-export warehouse. Now, if you have a terabyte, I strongly recommend park your terabyte outside of your import-export, your special cargo vehicle warehouse, because this makes sourcing the vehicles much easier. If you do not have a terabyte, you'll just simply have to travel back to your executive office to launch a source mission. All right. Inside of your terabyte though, you go to your terminal right here and you can go ahead and launch your special vehicle cargo source missions. Now this is important though. You need to set your import-export warehouse up. You need to build it up with mid-range and standard range cars. This way you will only source top range. It's a great strategy. It's something I have been, talking about and making videos on for years now. But once you're in the Ad Hoc Autos website, you can filter your cars by their range, right? You have standard, mid-range, and top range. So what you want to do is you want to continuously source vehicles until you get about between 10 and 12 standard and mid-range vehicles in their categories. And once you do that, and make sure you do not have any duplicate license plates. As you see the little names right there, if you have any duplicate license plates, sell those vehicles out. But source up that standard and mid-range class of cars until you have between 10 and 12 of them. And then now, because those two categories are full, now you will only be sourcing top range, just like you see right here. So you'll sell a top range car, and then you'll source a top range car to pay yourself back. It's a great strategy, and it really does help out, and it makes sure that you can maximize your time to money ratio. This is not an exploit or glitch. It's just simply a strat, just simply a guide. All right, now you can use a iron mule or a cargo bob when you source your vehicles. It makes it a lot easier. Sometimes you can't though. Sometimes it requires you to drive your actual car. But if you do have a cargo bob or the iron mule, it definitely makes sourcing and selling much easier, especially selling. That's definitely a big one right there, right? So you just pick up the vehicle if you're able to. There's a few missions that, again, require you to drive the source car. So just keep that in mind. But again, iron mule or a cargo bob will definitely help out. Now, if you have a certain particular location like mine right over here, you can park the iron mule or the cargo bob on the roof or just anywhere close, and you should be good to access that over and over again. Now, it'll take a couple of hours to get your warehouse set up so you're only sourcing and selling top range cars, but once you get that knocked out, let's go ahead and make an actual sale. As you see right here, I filter by the value. It's a top range vehicle. It's the Mamba. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Always go to your specialist dealer. Again, this week they are double cash money, so 200 grand is what they're selling for. Very nice, right? Go ahead and select specialist dealer. And once you do that, you have to just kind of customize the car a little bit before it's eligible to be sold, right? So once you do this, we're going to go ahead and confirm. It'll take you into your garage inside your warehouse, and you got to remove the tracker. You got to put on some different plates. No, don't worry about the customization. Just get this done as quickly as possible. It doesn't really affect the value at all. Just go ahead and get that taken care of. Now we're going to go ahead and use the iron mule for this particular sale. Center your vehicle. Now whatever warehouse location that you have, just find a little spot that's easy to get the cargo bob or the iron mule into so you can drop the hook and then pick up your vehicle. And just a quick tip, the hook will attach to the highest point of the vehicle. So sometimes it's the roof of the vehicle, sometimes it's the spoiler. So just understand where the highest point of the car is, and that's where the hook is going to attach. And when you source or sail, it is a good rule of thumb to get about 1,000 to 1,200 feet of elevation. That way, if any bad guys come at you, you're easily able to evade them. But in the Iron Mule, it definitely climbs and goes much faster than the Cargo Bob, so that shouldn't be as much of an issue. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take the vehicle to its destination, drop it off, and as you see here, no damage. We got the full take on the vehicle, 200 grand, good to go. And now, after you sell your vehicle, there will be a 20-minute cooldown timer before you can sell another one. All right, so keep that in mind. This is all solo friendly. Very simple, very easy, okay? As you see right here, we got about 13 minutes left on our cooldown timer before we can sell another vehicle. So again, you will source, inside this 20 minutes, you will source another top range vehicle. Maybe you run some VIP work, maybe you do a security contract, you do a heist setup, whatever, right? Then make your way back to your terabyte or your executive office to source your next vehicle. As you see right here, we're sourcing another top range because we have both the mid-range and standard range category filled up. So we're only going to be dealing with the top range cars. Now, let's say you do not have an Iron Mule or a Cargo Bob, or you just kind of want to keep it vanilla, keep it GTA, right? I'm going to show you how to sell a vehicle without using those choppers and some tips and tricks on how to get this done to maximize your money. We're going to go ahead and filter by the value. We'll select top range. You see right here, it is the Tylarious that we just picked up. Go ahead and select specialist dealer. We'll confirm. Now, whatever warehouse that you are using, that you have to kind of find out, you know, where the sweet spot is in regard to when the enemy NPCs will show up. For me, when I take a left out of my warehouse parking lot, I gotta drive about 2.5 to 3 blocks down the road, and that's when the enemy NPCs will spawn in. Now keep this in mind, the enemy NPCs are not after the car, they're after you. So with my particular warehouse location, I know exactly where I need to pull off and exit the vehicle. It's right here before this little like rock formation in the hill. I pop out, I see the enemy NPCs have already spawned in. Get away from your vehicle and just mark the bad guys out. You're gonna have 4 waves of 2 enemy NPC cars with 4 enemy NPCs total. So you have 4 waves of these guys, just mark them out. And this is the same when you source the vehicle as well. So you go source it, you steal the car, you'll have waves of bad guys come after you. Now you can just keep on driving and they'll shoot the car up a little bit here or there. And as long as the car is not blown up, right, it will only take a max value damage of 34,000 on the source and 34,000 on the sale. So technically $68,000 is the max damage you'll get. So you will always be able to profit off the vehicle, just not that much. Just don't totally destroy your vehicle or drive it off into the ocean or something like that. Now we've gone ahead and dispatched of those 4 waves of enemy NPCs. Go ahead and jump back into the vehicle, and now you just gotta drive clean. Just don't crash into anything and you won't lose any money. Okay, so driving it off over here to the vineyard, and this is where we're gonna drop the car off and we'll get a full take of 200,000. And again, this works on both sourcing and selling. You just gotta drive a little bit on down the road. As soon as you see those enemy NPCs spawn in, immediately park the vehicle, exit the vehicle, get some distance so no stray rounds will hit your actual sale vehicle and you won't lose any money. Go ahead and get that delivered. And now that 20-minute cooldown timer starts, you'll source another vehicle, which will end up being a top range. You'll pay yourself back. Maybe you run some security contracts, whatever else, get a little bit more money, and you're good to go. Now, one more thing I want to talk about are the collections. This is real big for the career progress. And if you do have friends helping you out, you can sell these little collections of cars where you'll get a little bit of a payout bonus, but it's mainly, again, for your career progress. If I had, you know, up to 4 people helping me out, I would just sell 4 top range vehicles. You'll get almost $1 million for that, and it only increases your cooldown up to 48 minutes. So then you can take that 48 minutes, build up a heist or whatnot, or just source 4 more of those top range cars back to pay yourself back. So there you guys have it. It's real simple, real easy. I love the import-export business. It was one of the first businesses in GTA 5 Online. It is quintessential GTA, like I was saying before. And it's just a lot of fun. It's decent payout with double cash money for this week. It's a little bit of a change of pace, right, from the heisting and just doing the same old, same old. So I really want you guys to enjoy this. Have a good time with it. If you got any other questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for the illest of realest content in the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Peace out. Yeah.